All right, hey everybody, how's it going? This is Marti G here. So they just recently, I'm gonna rescale so that the HUD's a little better on my actual PC here. They just actually announced just today, today being the 17th of May, that there's gonna be a Witcher Netflix series. So I thought, what better time to actually go through the entirety of the game than now. I have played just a little bit of The Witcher 3. I thought it was pretty good, but the only issue, in my opinion, uh,
See you gather before me,
shit.
hungry, terrified,
I'll shut up while this goes.
babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The dark raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Alrighty, I'm gonna have to turn down this sound, that's for sure. Okay, welcome to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. This edition contains all the game's additional content, including its 2 expansions, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. Starting a new game will let you play through both the content of Wild Hunt and the expansions. You can also play each expansion as a standalone by choosing the appropriate option in the main menu. And of course, good luck on your path. So Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, if you don't know, is a game by CD Projekt Red. It comes after a line of, obviously, 2 others. And those 2 games, Witcher and Witcher 2, I didn't play very much of. I know that I believe Witcher, the first Witcher, was actually just a PC game, and so now with my PC, I've been considering going back to play some of those classics. Some of those games have really been important to the development of a lot of other games, in my opinion. They help to kind of create the genre in which they herald from. Hopefully that'll save. That's save. Cool. And I also apologize if it's really grainy or bad, looks real shitty. That would be because the way I'm playing this, and I mean, obviously, it's not going to be the best, but it'll be fun. So the premise inside of The Witcher 3, you play as Geralt of Riviera, and he's a Witcher who's been, put through some pretty rigorous tests to become a Witcher, and has gone through quite the extensive change to his body to do so. The Witcher 3 is probably their no, New Game Plus. I didn't realize they had that. We're gonna go with that one, and we're gonna keep the tutorials on. Simulate the Witcher 2 save. Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm not gonna play for too long here in this first episode, but it's gonna have the majority of the tutorial stuff here in the beginning. If I'm not mistaken, it actually goes through a time when Geralt was training, and he's been following... Oh, shit. That looked like it would have hurt. And he's been following after, I believe her name is Yasmin, and it's an old lover of Geralt. So the actual storyline for this game is a bit extravagant, to say the least. I mean, I know that they try their hardest to come up with all sorts of different options and... or with all sorts of different reactions to how things are occurring in the world. And, the decisions you make do actually impact the story a little bit. But I don't think that there's anything too extreme that you'd be missing out, because this game, as much as it is a continuation of 2, it's also an incredibly large and what's the other word I'm thinking of? It's just a very expansive game. There's lots to it. Lots of little. If you just want to sit around and play a card game called Gwent for hours and hours and hours, you can do that. If you want to go and slay monsters of all varieties, you have to take the time, gather the right information to know what you're killing, to know how to kill it, to know how to kill it easier. You can either use your magics, or you can use various crafting options to do that. The only thing I don't like about this game is that despite it being such an advanced game for its time, I mean, I still think that, this is comparative to Skyrim and to other just relatively large games. Games that have lots of merit in their field. It's still a little clunky. The controls for Geralt are just not as smooth as I've seen in many other games. Like, for instance, I've been watching a playthrough of Hollow Knight and Dead Cells, the roguelike from a guy named Flick. And Flick, he does really good at roguelikes and that kind of stuff, but the combat for those games are incredibly fluid. And, with so much to go with in this game, I can understand why the controls took a slight bit of a backseat. But I think that this kind of game could have used it a little more. But for the most part, it's wonderfully built, wonderfully made. And I really think that it'll make a gigantic impact to the industry as a whole throughout the next few years. And hopefully, if CD Projekt Red is done with The Witcher after this one, they'll come up with some other cool idea. Not to necessarily continue the Witcher, but to, kind of enhance the universe. Maybe they want to... go with a different Witcher, or maybe they just want to go in the eyes of someone who is, kind of small and irrelevant, just, like a nobody, a peon, more or less, in the war, for instance, something like that. I think that might even make for an interesting game. We're going to get a little bit of dialogue here, finally. That's Geralt and I believe it's his master, or friend, nonetheless. Hopefully it'll load fast. I imagine it will. There we are. Kaer Morhen, Witcher Keep Banks of Gwenlick. I'm going to try my best to pronounce as much stuff as I can, but unfortunately, They go with their own sort of spelling of many words and cities and such, so it can be a little difficult. The rare butthole eating scorpions. And as a there is some, I believe, minor nudity in this game. Geralt's also been through the ringer quite a number of times. I'd ideally like to get through this first section here and onto the main bit, where the main first area where you start out. Butt shot. Because you know what Geralt's always interested in. Some nice TNA. He also gets dressed incredibly fast, for anyone who is wondering. The only other thing is the character models are just a little strange. Just a little bit. I mean, they did really good. You know, trying to get them nice and clear, nice and perfect, you know, making sure the models actually look like realistic people. They did a good job of that, right? But, you know, it still could use a bit of work. But as with any game, you know, that's always how it is. You always have someone who thinks that. The tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary where you'll also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. Here we are. So I'm going to apologize in advance if there's frames or it's a little, you know, just a little laggy or anything like that. Hopefully we'll be able to get that solved for the next episode. But for now, it'll be fun. Okay, the minimap in the upper right-hand corner of your display shows your current location in the surrounding area. Underneath the minimap, you'll find the objectives for your active quest. Use your Witcher senses to find the key. So I think that's L1? No. R1? L2. Okay, thank you. So, like, look, there's right here. Something right here. What's this? Turn those off. I also don't know how far the range is on the Witcher sense. Gosh, it looks so weird. It's going to take a moment to get used to, but that's okay. There is a slight input lag I can feel, but again, we'll see if we can solve that for the next issue. I'm not too worried about it now. Ooh, there's something over there. Nothing but silver. Damn cheap ass bitch. There's a key in here somewhere. Probably over there. Sensitivity is a little high on my on my thing. There we go. On my controller. Can we actually change that? Control settings. Right stick sensitivity. Just turn that down just a smidge. And we'll do the same here, because I imagine I'll probably need it. Alright. Hopefully, again, we don't get eaten a lot by input lag, but that's okay. We'll be alright. Witcher senses. Ooh, look out. See, this is why this game is so well loved. You see all this? If this was a normal area, you would be able to go explore all the different aspects of this normal area, as long as there's places to climb, you know. And relatively there is. You can go pretty much anywhere you see, and it's wonderful. And I believe this is just a dream or something like that, so I don't believe this counts. But we'll have to see. I think one of the issues with my screen also is that I am playing in full screen. Hey, you know what? Look, actually does look a lot better inside of the inside of OBS, that's for damn sure. Is there a way to run? Can I just hold a button and run? No. I want to do that now. Of course he's asleep. Good old man, just sleeping his days away. I believe Siri's down there practicing. Okay. I'm gonna try to as often as possible just let them do the talking. True that. True that. There's a bit of a lag. It's unfortunate. Well, then you can do both, bitch. Probably in. I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, going up a ladder here. Oh, we gotta press X to use ladders. He'll probably beat me because I honestly don't know how to do anything. Oh, and circle. This is what I mean by clunky. Is like I've. Breathing like a little twat. Just because everything looks kind of rough, I'm having trouble seeing where I'm supposed to go. I think down this way, maybe. You're lucky I don't murder you. Mostly because I'm not allowed to have a weapon. Oh, oh, okay, yeah, alright, I see now. I see what I'm supposed to do. Can we just jump back up this way? Yeah, we can. Alright. We gotta leap over this. Alright, just doing pretty bad here. We'll drop there. Yeah, if you're lucky.
What did you expect?
Yeah, he doesn't like you, girl. Let's see what he has to say here.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Casimir.
Young blood craves action, I understand. When you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you want to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl.
By Markins, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeraconia dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
You did. Still, you should have asked if
Humorously, Uncle Casimir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Casimir's words.
Yeah. You're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous.
Indeed.
Fine, we talked it. Geralt, you're with me. Lambert, Eskel, Sigurd, and the devil.
Again?
Ha!
Maroney, grab a sword.
Well, dummies for dummies. And I get to fight this old man. Gotta do a bit of practice.
What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go into free training?
Well, we'll go ahead and look over the fundamentals, just because I cannot remember for the life of me how to play this game.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals. With Ciri's barely a novice.
Ah! I love how much they rip on that poor girl. Like, they rip on her pretty bad. Nice sword. Alright. Witchers must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, Witchers need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords, one steel for fighting humans and non-humans, the other silver for slaying monsters. Whatever, must be like a dwarf or something. I can't remember what like elves. Is that what they mean by non-humans? Witchers have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witchers are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blades, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. I don't know how to do that. Alright. So I press left to do my steel and right to do my silver, right? Press R3 to select or deselect a target. When you have a target selected, all of your attacks are directed towards it. You don't have to select a target during combat, but doing so can help you focus. Okay, alright. All square. Big strikes. Big hit. How do I dodge? Circle. Alright, nice quick little... I have a feeling that input lag's gonna do me just a... Oh! To roll out of the way, choose a direction and press X. Ah, okay, so X will roll. Ah! Oof. Hold... I think this is L2 to parry? Yeah, alright. I think this automatically will wait for him to attack, and then it'll just parry it. Bam. So, just before your opponent strikes, to perform a counter strike. Oh, okay, alright. That works. There we go. Alright. We're gonna do a counter strike here. So I have to literally wait till he strikes as he's attacking, or like midway through the strike. Yeah, it's like as he's starting the downward slash. Gwen. Press this. This. I can't see that button. To cat. Oh, it's R2. Protects you against damage and certain critical effects. Okay. Igni deals fire damage and has a chance to apply burning effects. Okay. Oh, balls. Hard. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh. To temporarily disorient your opponents. Okay. Fuck you, bitch. Sorry, bro. I don't mean to be beating the shit out of you. Oh, alright. So this is the one that... This is the one that has the trap in an area. So then I press R2 to throw a bomb, I'm assuming? No, it's R1 to throw a bomb. Alright. Okay. Hold R1 and, oh, sorry, and aim at the highlighted, like right there, and then release to throw a bomb. Ooh, good distance too. You can continue training with here. Stop training. Simply sheath your sword by holding one of those buttons. Okay. Oh, wow. Shit. Oh, wow. Oh, crap. Bam! We're going to do Axie since he hates it so much. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. He's really good at it. I'm trying to learn how to... There we go. Christ. Oh, yes, there we go. Go ahead and give me just a second here. Swap over to the fire. I think this is the one that pushes, right? Oh, balls. I gotta learn to use that shield a little more. Shit. There we go. Gotta just learn here. Hopefully he'll come running at me. And just push him here. Let him come at me. There we go. Get behind him. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shit. And we'll roll back. Oh shit. Does that mean I can just sidestep? Oh shit. Sidestep. Gonna take a bit of getting used to, but that's alright. Oh shit. Alright. Okay. Yeah, good job. A lot of swords. I mean, clearly I have two. Hmm. What's on the other side of this? What in the world? Hmm. It's a pretty powerful game, and all sorts of rights. Not only just not just only like gameplay wise, but it's very strong in its story. It actually does make you feel for some of these characters, even though I barely played in the other ones. In fact, I think Witcher 2 is probably one of my least favorite games I've ever played, only because I found it real boring, but especially the beginning. But I haven't played too much of really this game to really give you much else besides the fact that I really like the beginning parts of the story. Hmm. Yennefer. Now I wonder what she's doing. uh, that's okay. Oh no. Good old ghouls here. Life on the continent in the Gellige Isles is nasty, brutish, and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword. And then we have to just find a target. Oh, crap. See, that's the other thing I do like about this game, is that the combat is not horrible. It works out pretty well. Oh. Oh, shit. Big hit there. Let's see here. We should probably just do this, and that'll scare them off just a smidge. Big strikes. Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities that you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. They slowly decline when you're not engaged in combat. To have your horse come to you, double press L3. Okay. Alright. And that's the other thing, is you want to make sure you loot most of the enemies that you can, because the items that they have will allow you to make other things like poisons and blade oils and that kind of stuff. There we go. I think there's also another way to loot without having to go through all this, but... Alright, we'll just grab a couple of the other guys. I think there's one right over here that I killed. Yeah. Because it was. Because you're smart. Okay, well, I think that'll have to do for now. We're going to pick it up here next time, so I really appreciate you all catching the first episode. If you happen to like it, just drop a like. Maybe let me know in the comments. And otherwise, I plan on playing through most of this, if not all of it, including the expansions. Just kind of leading up to this this new show that they're coming out on Netflix. So hopefully that'll turn out well, and hopefully you guys will like this series. So if you guys have any other suggestions, or maybe have a couple of things you'd like for me to do while playing this game, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments. Shoot, as I said, drop a like. And otherwise, I'll just keep putting out some stuff, so keep up with me.